Hi, everyone, and welcome to In the Know 360, show hosted by me, Annette, the warm hearted warrior diva. This
Oh yeah.
show gives you insights on the journeys of high achieving business owners and music artists who share with the audience the importance of building a strong community of like minded individuals on the road to greater success. Today's show is a collaboration with NNO 360 and Mr. Exzavier Whitley.
What's going
Yay!
on? What's going on? How's everyone doing?
Mr. Exzavier Whitley is an American singer, songwriter, composer, and musician that grew up in Denver, Colorado, and raised in Denver, obviously. Uh, and he continued writing and wrote short poems in his past times. Exzavier started to participate in songwriting contests year round and stayed up long nights finding different and unusual tunings for his guitars. He first started working on the American rock band Crown of Thorns, bassist uh, Michael Paige, where he recorded his very first single, This Way. Though it was never released, Exzavier keeps it as a memory. Exzavier Whitley
Yeah.
is a profound contemporary folk artist, and on top of having one introductory album and folk and blues, one introductory album and EP, he completed. Exzavier is now working with a band, new upcoming singer-songwriter acoustic folk and blues album entitled Oppressed, featuring folk and acoustic rock artists Lee Nelson, Lisa Vaughn H., and folk artist John Bilyk, alongside Exzavier Whitley is coming up. And he also spent his early childhood in grief and pain and tears. Sorry to hear that. Same
All
here.
good.
we all have
Yep.
our stuff growing up. You know
Why?
what I mean?
Why?
In
It
two thousand,
sucked.
yeah,
It gets
in,
better though.
yeah. In
Mhm.
2005, he won an award for best poem in his elementary school and writing. He then began making short stories that tied into his haunting past and used writing as an outlet. In later years, he began turning writing into lyrics for songs in 2006. He is a self taught on a variety of instruments. He completed a play at the Inside Out Community Arts Program in Culver City, California in 2008 to 2009, and then he graduated with honorary awards. His first serious acting role being in a short pilot named Movies for You broke a bleep bleep along his uncle, professional comedian Vargas Mason. He also has a brief passion for cooking and
Oh
also,
yeah.
yay, I love cooking.
Hmm.
I would like
I
to
just
see
whipped
what,
something up. I just whipped something up earlier. Hmm.
okay. So
Yeah, so it's some Alfredo.
he attended the Katie's Cooking School based in Encino, California, which he completed a successful 5 months of culinary school. Exzavier appeared in Denver, Colorado's premier rock radio and station KCTL 93.3, and his original song performance video of his original song, Finally Happy, amassing over 16,000 views. And also, he has been featured in many articles such as AXS.com. Welcome, Exzavier. That
Thank
was,
you. Thank you.
and trust me, the
Thank you.
list, look, the list goes on, y'all. But I had to kind of shorten his bio.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a mouthful, but welcome to NNO 360. I appreciate you coming on, sir. And
Thank you for having me.
We have several questions for you, so hope you're
Oh, I'm ready.
ready. Okay.
I'm ready.
Now, okay. Number one, who or what inspired you to start your career in music and the entertainment industry?
Um, a lot of it was Lee Nelson, rest in peace. He actually just passed away this past
Oh,
year, and you know, him, my grandma, she was born deaf, and one of her first instruments she had played was the piano. So I'd always watch her play when
mhm.
I was younger, and so it always kind of like made me upset, because I know she could never hear it, but she knew what she was playing. She could read very well, and so I had picked that up, and I wanted to, just looking at everybody else that be on TV, and Stone Temple Pilots, Tupac, just listen to a lot of people and seeing people make it wanted me to, go ahead and pursue something like that. I wanted to make a name for myself.
Yeah,
So that's really what it was for that.
most definitely. My condolences. Um,
Thank you. Thank you.
can
Yeah.
you? I was going to ask, can you recall the exact moment when you knew you wanted to pursue this career path?
Um, yeah, actually. It was a school performance that I did. It was about, I think, 11 years ago. Actually, a little bit longer than that. And it was a like a talent contest thing, and they had a couple of people that went on there. They were doing dances and stuff, and I had popped out with this little Walmart guitar, like $60 for the guitar, and I was like, I barely knew how to play or whatever, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and see what I can do. And I remember the song. It was some like type of, like, I was singing about tacos. I don't know why,
Uh
but
huh.
like I just made something up, and like everyone had laughed. But I actually, I was actually playing something, but it was just some freestyle crap that came out of nowhere, and I actually ended up winning that. And so just seeing everybody's reactions, and a couple people got mad because they lost, but and that was my first $100 that I had won off of music, period. So like it was
Oh,
$100 if anybody had won. So that was really a cool experience for that. Like like it was just making me want to just perform more, and just I'm like, I can do this and make money. But
right.
it's not about the money. It's just about, like, hey, I could be myself in front of people, and I can express how I feel. So that was that moment. It was that school
Wow.
contest.
Wow. Tacos sound good right about now.
Dude, I want some, shoot, I want some, what is that? The cabeza tacos. Oh man. With the
Really?
onion, yep, with the onions, the cilantro. I'm gonna need a little sour cream.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, you know what I mean. I'm gonna need some stuff going on.
Yeah. So you like guacamole? Not
I
really.
mean, I mean,
Uh,
okay, I'm not gonna lie. Me and avocados kind of have a problem, and I think it was Subway. Subway messed it up for me a couple of years ago.
oh.
Yeah, I went with me and the homie, and I don't know. I
Mm,
decided to put avocado on there, and it just didn't taste right, and it was just like mushy, like partly gray, and it
yeah.
just never made me want to go back to it. But I respect
Wow.
the guac. I respect the
Oh
guac, but I
gosh.
just can't do it.
Look. You got to try
Can't
it.
do
Some.
it.
Yeah. You know what? Okay.
I
So
used to like it, but it killed
yeah.
it for me
Ma-
that day, that very day.
So try
Killed.
try try it with in another
Mhm.
restaurant. I think I don't know if there's a Rubio's there in your area, but I love
No,
Rubio's. I know they
yeah,
know
I've
it.
definitely
Oh
been. Oh,
man.
Rubio, yes, I love their burritos.
Oh man. I'm so jelly
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now. I wish we had a Rubio's here. I'm on the East Coast, so but
Oh, yeah. I see.
but anyway, what challenges have you faced during your journey to becoming a music artist?
Um, getting told no a lot,
Oh.
failing a lot. You know, Also, just because I've been in a lot of things in my past, I've had a street life and I've been through that. I know that struggle too. So just going through just times where I
Mm,
had no money and it was hard to work and hard to do things. Uh, that was one of the hardest things to do was to just focus on the music, just focusing on it and staying consistent
right.
with that. Just because a lot of life goes on and um, growing up definitely was the challenge. So I mean, still till this day, we all grow and we still got to learn, and
Yeah.
we're all not where we want to be, even though it looks like it. People who've made it still want to still make it. So like it's the climb never stops. So it's all good.
Yeah.
But yeah, just growing up basically and going through what I went through, especially at a very young age. I've been through a lot of traumatic things. So didn't help, but it helped mold me into
Yeah.
wanting to talk about it and write about it and sing about it. So
Yes,
yeah.
most definitely, most definitely.
Oh,
And how have you persevered despite the challenges?
yeah. Just staying grounded and not letting, because I've let my actions mess up a lot of my life, and it led me into places nobody should be at ever. Um, but I'm glad, me staying grounded and wanting to do better and wanting to stay focused on what I set out to do, which is music.
Right,
Uh, just focusing on that
right,
mainly and cutting out certain people that need to be cut out, not hanging around certain things and making the decisions that are best for me to stay
right.
out the way and stay focused is what basically is the answer to that. Staying
Okay,
focused.
that's right. Stay eyes on the prize. That's for sure.
Hmm. It's
Uh,
okay. We all lose it sometimes. We want to cut corners.
right,
It's
right.
fine, but as long as you know where you headed, that's,
Exactly.
yeah.
So, can you describe who Xavier Whitley is?
Well, I am, for one, a businessman
Okay.
and a singer and songwriter artist. Um, I run a company, which is actually the logo's on my arm. Not that, but there's like I don't know, it's somewhere on my arm. Yeah, right there. OTP, One Throne Productions. So that's my record label and also clothing line too. So I have a website for that, and I'll go ahead and post a link in the comments for all of that. But yeah, definitely wanted to expand and not also do music. I also run a gaming channel as well under the One Throne name. So uh, I do a couple of different things. So I'm trying to get into the candy market, start selling candy.
Okay.
With the logo on the package. Trying to get some stuff when I get the time to do it. I'm gonna put that out there. But yeah, One Throne Productions LLC is definitely the company. So I've been working on that alongside. That's what I've been producing my music under my own label. So
Mm, okay.
everything will go back to me if you play it smart. You know, and nobody can
What?
take it from me.
That's right. So, what type of candy were you thinking about?
Um, I want to do like some chocolate dip pretzels, like just little snack
Oh,
kind of things. Um, and my plan is, I'm going to go ahead and put more orders in for these clothes because a lot of people, if you go on the One Throne Productions website or the Instagram, like a lot of people really have been supportive behind that. And so I'm like, shoot, why not have packages of candy with the logo on it? And then I'm
okay.
like, look, I get my little food handler's card. I'm outside.
Right, right.
But
Hey,
yeah, like chocolate dip pretzels, little gummy bears, just little just little snacks, office snacks.
okay, okay. Hey, everybody likes food, so
Oh, I
I
love
know.
food. Let's not even get started. I'm like, let's not get started with food because first of all, me and food are married. You know,
Yeah.
we got a problem.
Look, that's why I work out all the time because I love eating.
Hey, working out don't help. The food got to come back. You know, when you see that young thing drenched in sauce,
Oh
it's a
man.
problem.
See?
So,
See, you're wrong for that. But I do love
nah.
chocolate pretzel, like dark chocolate. Dark chocolate
Uh,
pretzel sounds good.
see, dark chocolate, man. It's everything. It's everything, man. It's the
That's right.
sweetest. It's the
That's
most richest. You know what I mean?
uh-huh. That's right.
So,
So, what experience do you have reading music and playing an instrument or playing your guitar?
I've been doing that for I think about 13 something years, if not longer. So I've also experimented on different instruments and I've learned to master the piano and the bass. I've been working on the drums. I've been doing that for the same amount of time, really. So I just wanted to always tell people never limit yourself on what you can do. So it's just like the new stuff I'm going to talk about I got coming. You know, I first started out with a whole lot of acoustic stuff, and I wanted to show the world, like, hey, you can do this too.
Right.
Look, and I'm colored. There's not a lot of colored people that will sit there and I'm not saying there isn't a Darius Rucker or there isn't a Lead Belly. But it's not a common thing. So I was like, hey, I could pick this up and make this type of music,
Mhm.
or I could sit here and make this type of music and appear to every crowd. So yeah, just stuff like that really helped mold the artistry.
Okay.
I
What type
want to
of
hold on.
so piano, guitar, and what type of acoustics do you have like have you played any percussion as well or
Yeah, I'm not really too good on staying on beat sometimes because I'm like, I don't know, like I be out of mind too much for that. But
okay.
I do love the guitar, the piano, the percussions. I can still do, especially when I do like beat making. Like I use a lot of the metronome for
Okay.
that. So I do love percussion. I can play it, but it's not my preferred choice. I'd
Okay.
rather, yeah, it's not my preferred. But I've been playing for a while, so I can get down on something,
Okay.
make make something happen.
So, what steps do you take when creating your music?
Um, Getting in the right mindset first.
Mhm.
For me, um, I have to want to create a song, and I want to be in the mood for it. And I want to. All right, well, it takes a lot of sitting down, a lot of 3 a.m. up at night type of thing. But yeah, it's just sitting down and wanting to hone in on wanting to write, and then basing for me, I base it off of how I'm feeling at the moment. So a lot of the times, a lot of this stuff I don't even be writing. Like it's really just something I'll literally just sing about at the moment. When I do write, it's just again what I'm feeling at the moment and what have I experienced throughout the day, what I've seen, um, and then I just I go ahead and get a beat or a melody that I'm thinking about and go ahead and look for some, search for some, go play something, and then I'll kind of get the melody going, and I'll kind of base what I'm feeling based off the melody. So then that kind of helps me create something that I'll say based off the melody. So like if you do something in the key of G and it's a nice little strum or something, just hear what it sounds like. Does it sound like it's a reggae type of thing, or is it? Then it's like, okay, what am I going to talk about? What do I feel at the moment that would coincide with this type of melody? So it's just kind of sitting there piecing things together, and then I'll just go ahead and jot it down, record it, and work on it and come back to it and see what's going on. And if it's cool, I'm keeping it in the chamber until it's time to release.
Okay. So
So that's what I
I know
do.
I have a question though.
Hmm.
You mentioned all the different genres, and I know you do folk, but have you ever done country, like country music?
Um, Not full on country music, but I'm looking forward to. I mean, I could pull something off.
Yeah.
Um, but actually, right now, for the past like 2 years, I haven't released anything because I've just been working. So
Okay.
um, I have, I think, shoot, about like 30 something songs, but they're all, I'm gonna break them down into albums, and I'm trying to work on something this year, if not by next year, and they're all going to be R&B based. So I've hopped into the R&B game. So I'm sure you've heard a couple of tracks that were,
Yes.
along that line. So that's just kind of a little taste of what I got coming. So, I
Okay.
performed that at the I performed that at the Denver Art Society a couple of months back. And so I'm like,
Wow.
I just wanted to show the world like, hey, look, don't ever limit yourself on what you can do. I can make this music, I can do this, and
Right.
it will be quality. So yeah, I'm
Right.
working on I'm working on some R&B now.
Oh, okay.
So
Um,
yeah, the country's the definite. Country's a definite.
yeah, definitely. I can totally see that
I'm gonna need
with
my
you for
cowboy hat.
some reason. Yeah, no, I can see you with a cowboy hat and your belt buckle for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think that will be wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't
Um,
ride no horses though. I'm like, no, I can't sit on the farm too long, but it'll work.
yeah.
It'll work.
Okay. Well, I definitely I'm in touch. Well, in touch with two different country singers, off and on. So I really like the way they bring the culture into country music. If you get what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's just like, it's not it's about like, hey, everybody can make music, everybody can do this
Right.
without having it to be, oh, rap is just for these type of people, or country's just for these type of people. I'm like, no, anybody can make that and anyone can listen to it. I'm like, it's just music. It's
Right.
just deciding on what you want to make at the moment. So I'm like, I respect all of it. I mean, I respect the Bollywood, the Indian stuff. I'd be like,
Yeah.
shoot, all of
For
that.
real.
I'm like, if it's good music, it is good music. Period.
Most
So,
definitely. So,
so
do
yeah,
you do you like the virtual or in-person platform and why?
I like in person better
Okay.
because it's in person. I like most things physical, not online, because for the sole reason of everything is becoming virtual, and I feel
Yeah.
like we're losing a sense of reality because of that. It's easier to do things because I don't have to think about it. I don't have to get up and do this, or so. For me, I would say in person, uh, because people can not only just see you in person, they can feel your energy instead of it being through a screen and it
Right.
being masked. So I respect the virtual though, but I'd rather choose the other.
Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Most definitely, you get in depth information,
Mhm.
insights on people, especially your craft, because it's easier to talk with the person, right, in person if they're doing some type of instrumental or whatever, and then mix it up. So yeah. And that's
Yeah,
one thing I like about the studios too. I've never been to a studio yet, but I would
you haven't been
imagine
to a
it's
studio,
not yet.
or
But
you
yeah.
like a recording studio.
Yeah, maybe well, I was thinking about heading to Denver because I know a bunch of music artists out there, and I'm
Mhm.
like, I need to come and check you guys out. So, hey, you're like, I don't know how many uh folks from Denver that I've interviewed already.
Oh yeah, I
So
know
that's
a few
dope.
folks. Like, matter of fact, one of the homies. He got a studio in Littleton. I'm like, what? I'm surprised you haven't been to an actual studio.
Yeah.
That's a must. That's a
Yeah.
must. You gotta go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a must. That's on my bucket list. Definitely in the I'm in the DMV, so I might be interviewing someone in the DMV as well, in their studio. So we'll see what happens. I'm
Oh yeah,
only
you
I
gotta get
like
that chance.
I'm
You
still
gotta
fresh
go.
fresh in the game here. But
Hmm.
yeah, so think back to a situation, right? When you had a project and it took like longer than expected. Um and it was difficult to meet the deadline. What did you learn from that experience?
Um, shoot. Like the time where I was supposed to, I was going to release one of my other tracks like a couple of years ago, and like the timing of it was messed up because like I had some other stuff going on.
Uh-huh.
So initially, like, but I ended up never actually releasing it, so I just kind of kept it in the vault anyway. So my initial thing was just being upset,
Oh, okay.
but I was like, well, I look at it as a good thing because then like I could take more time on it when I do go back to it, instead of just throwing something out there and not taking the time to work on it. At least I'm like, hey, look, your note is off 3 keys, man, like, or something like, hey, that beat is off, or this doesn't sound right here, or something. So sometimes, and initially you're gonna get mad, like I was, but like look at it as a good thing. Like the more I look back at it, I'm like, it wasn't bad. It's better in the chamber than me throwing it out there and then just be like, oh, it's fire when it's not. So
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely don't want to, get that out there if it's not fire.
yeah. Like I mean, look, you people put out whatever to put out whatever, and sometimes it catches, and that's the sad part. But I'm like,
Uh,
take the time to actually want to look and listen to your own craft so then you
yeah.
can realize like, hey, this doesn't sound like the best track that I can produce. I'm leaving this alone until I can come back to it instead of throwing it out there and be like, oh, everybody check this out. Yeah, ain't nobody want to hear all that. No,
No, but that's facts for real.
yeah, nobody wants to deal with that. So
It's
we're
like
tired. We're tired. We're too tired for
you're,
that.
you're so funny. But no, that's true. That's the truth. And a lot of people, it hurts to hear the truth for sure. Uh
Oh yeah.
yeah. So share an experience, right? Illustrating how your communication style makes you an effective music artist.
I have a funny situation that had happened when I was at that Denver art show that a couple months ago. When I got on stage, uh, I'm not gonna blast him because I love him, but the host plugged up the mic, well, the little aux cord to my phone so I can get the song going,
Right.
and then as soon as like the first two melodies hit the song, everything cuts off right before I'm like the first song I was gonna perform. So I was like, look, the mic was still working, so I told the audience this. I was like, look, we're having technical difficulties, and you're gonna have to owe me $100 for this. They got it fixed in like 5 seconds right after that. So it was funny. But I was like, I used it as fuel instead of like, oh shoot, the thing got cut off and oh shoot, it's so bad. Um, I just went ahead and just made the crowd laugh and was like, "Oh, this is technical difficulties. Bro's gonna owe me $100. This is a free show. I'm sorry, everybody. You know what I mean?" So everybody ended up cracking up, and you know, just use some of those times. I'll just tell artists this, like, use some of those times. If you mess up, make it funny,
Yeah.
because stuff happens. But if you can control the crowd and find a way to make people laugh, like I don't have to do much to make somebody laugh. I'll just sit here and look half crazy right here. Like, look, you're laughing right now. You're laughing.
That's because I like to
You're
laugh.
laughing. You're laughing though. See what I mean? I didn't even have to do anything. That's what I'm talking about. Crowd control, easy.
Uh-huh.
So that's what it is. That's what it is.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
just turn the situation into something funny. Like instead of that's what gets me through it. You know, just make it funny.
That's so true.
Mhm.
Oh, you must be a Leo. Huh. Um,
Nah, nah.
no,
Dang, we're throwing signs out now
no,
already.
no.
Already? What are you doing
Just
on
kidding.
the show? What are you doing on the show? Oh
We're
my
not.
god!
We're not even halfway through.
Well, I'm like, man, it's 30 minutes and I'm already getting fried.
That
Man,
is too funny.
I'm getting fried on
So how do
here.
you stay motivated producing inspiring music?
Man. Just life experience. Um, always put like for me, like yeah, I BS around on some tracks. I just be trying to have fun. Like as far as everything that I have recorded, some of it's just mere fun, but when you put the time and soul into it, it shows. So I'm like, for me to be able to produce something like that, like I just sit back and you know, like again, go through the melodies, go through how you feel, what you've gone through, what you're feeling right now. If you're ready to go outside and throw a rock at somebody's head, or write that down. Right? Hey, I'm ready to go outside and throw a rock at somebody's head. Just saying that alone is one heck of an intro. Like that
Mm,
will catch somebody just by saying that. So like, just it's really just about using your brain and using what you know and using what's around you to create something. So a lot of the songs that you'll hear me make are honestly freestyle.
yeah.
When I do write them, I write them out. So I'll freestyle it and then write them out, and then I'll distribute it, and then distributors freaking get the lyrics somehow. I don't know how, but I'm like, I guess they sat there and listened to it for 3 hours and figured out every last word. So I guess because I didn't write
Wow.
it for real. Like a lot of this stuff, like the track with on me CD3, we didn't write that. That was literally recorded with some headphones, some little earbuds in the room on an iPhone. We didn't even
Wow.
write that. But it's just like what I felt at the moment was what I had said.
Mm.
So that's how everything goes for me. Just like I said, just using your brain, use what you know, and you know, don't limit. Don't limit yourself. Talk about it.
Huh. So
You know.
when you perform your music, right? Do you
Mhm.
obviously you write your music to and then do you look at your phone when you're doing it or do you just like go off the top of your head like a freestyle ish with your how does
Um,
that
well, what I'll do is, I'll go back and I'll listen to it enough times, and then I'll write the lyrics down, and then I'll just hear it so many times that when I go perform it, usually I'll use it as a backing, so then I don't end up forgetting anything.
uh-huh.
Kind of cheap, but hey, look, it works. Look, if you because look, there's days where you just can't remember. Like I can't remember where I put half my stuff half the time. So you know, I'm like, yeah, I'll use it as a backing, but some of them I do actually full on write, so I will perform it, as is,
Uh-huh.
because I can remember the lyrics, and really that comes from just remembering how I felt and what I had said at the moment. So then,
Okay.
when I do hear it, I'm like, all right, yeah, I know this one. Go ahead and put it on. But most of it, yeah, I just I just put a little. I put the song on, and I just go. I perform with the song.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of a double whammy there.
Hmm,
So yeah.
pretty
Cause half
cool.
the time I don't be writing, so I got to do something.
Yeah.
hmm
So, what's the first thing you listen to when producing a new recording?
The first thing that I listen to is the audio quality, white noise,
Oh.
background noise, uh, S's. You know what I mean? When you speak your S's and see if the hiss comes up. Um,
Ah.
that matters because you know with the pronunciation of words, you can say something and you can say it too hard, and then it could
Mm,
pierce somebody's ear when they listen to it, especially if it's
yes.
over a radio or something. So that's just one thing that's why it takes so long to put stuff out because you want to make sure it's perfect.
Yeah.
Um, so like just little stuff like that. Making sure that the equipment is working properly, making sure your computer or your phone's charged up, ready to go, has no nothing. If you whatever you're using, if I'm using it, I make sure it's ready to go. Um, make sure I'm in the right mind space for it,
Mhm.
and then give it a go. Put something down.
I have to agree with you on the S because I've heard even just speaking, it's very pronounced and it's very piercing.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. You
it's.
know.
I didn't really notice it until, like for instance, my son. He told me when I was playing a YouTube video, and he was like, "Mom, can you turn that down because it's like it's hurting my ears." Just the way the lady was talking. So I get it. Yeah, most definitely. Those are good
Yeah.
tips.
Yeah,
Um,
that's that. I had to mention that because I was like, when you're producing and mastering something, you always want to make sure it's top tier.
right.
Littlest noise. The way that you pronounce something when
Right.
you're putting your lyrics down, making sure you're saying it right, right in the right cadence, in the right key. You might be off a little bit.
Mhm.
You might have not played this the same way, so it's just about going back and perfecting what you're doing.
Right. Right.
So
So,
that's how I work.
what's one important lesson that you've learned in working in the entertainment business? Uh oh. I think we lost them. Stand by. Hmm. Here. Let me see. I think he accidentally. Hopefully, we'll get him to come back here. Hopefully, his phone didn't lose juice. Okay. Oh, wow. And let me see. Hold tight, everyone. Well, let's see. Hopefully, we can get him back on, folks. I think maybe his phone died. I love technology. Gotta love technology. And like you said, we gotta think about something funny, right? Let me think about something funny. Hmm. Oh, here we go. Oh, I didn't need to think about something funny. I was telling folks, let me think about something funny. That's what Xavier told me to do.
Yeah, no, my phone literally started overheating and I couldn't open any apps. Like it's being at the worst time.
Oh no, this it's all good.
Yeah, but
I was.
I'm back, yo.
You're
Back.
back. He's back, everybody. Now he's gonna start freestyling. Maybe at the end
Oh,
of the show.
dude. Nah, I'm like I ain't got nothing prepared, man. I'm
Put you on the spot there.
a
Uh,
little bit, a little bit.
if you weren't producing music, Xavier, what would you be doing?
Um, I don't know. Probably just working, but who likes going to work?
I know,
I don't
right?
know. I can't really see myself doing anything else, the just working on my career, but yeah, usually just try to get to the work. If for nothing else, you
Yeah,
know,
that's
never sit there without no money.
that's right. Most
Hmm.
definitely. So, how has the internet and social media influenced your career?
Um, a lot just from the growth of it alone,
Okay.
and the platforms. Um, it allowed a lot of people to open doors. Just the TikTok thing and all of that stuff. I'm not usually like big on being on social media,
Hmm.
but I respect it. So like when I have things to release, it's helped out with distribution so much and just getting the content out there more and just more noticed. I can't lie. Social media has been there. So it definitely has became a huge platform for me to use when I do release stuff.
Hmm.
You have to have a social media at this point. You got to do it. So
Yeah, that
so
is
yeah,
so
just
true.
so yeah, just stuff like that.
And if you could change anything about the entertainment industry, what would it be?
Um, Getting rid of the narrative that is being pushed. Um, I don't understand a lot of these like rappers coming out, a lot of the female rappers coming out just doing what they're doing. Um, and bringing more actual artistry into the music and
Hmm.
not putting out just what people want to hear, what people need to hear.
Hmm.
So stuff like that. Making sure everyone is treated fairly in the game.
Yeah,
Because it's a this industry is it's different. It's a very deep industry. So you know, just as long as everyone's treated fairly and right, and the positive things are being pushed, that's what I want to change. Because a lot of the stuff that I see, um, a lot of the youth, like kids and stuff, they're consuming a lot of what they're hearing, and it isn't good.
yeah,
So, I mean, I don't see how you got a rapper going into the school, throwing up gang signs, and everybody's cheering them on and all of that. That does, and it's an entire school. That doesn't make sense to me. So I'm
mm,
like, if that's what's the normal now, then I don't know where the world's headed. So
wow,
it's just staying grounded on your belief, um, just being positive and like pushing out a better narrative than what's going on. Instead of signing goofballs, let's sign people to actually talk about something. Want to
yeah,
talk about what's going on. But unfortunately, it leads to a lot of stuff happening. So it's kind of hard to talk about it. But at least if you can get that type of voice out there, that's what we would need. So I would
right,
change that. I would definitely change that.
Most definitely. Yeah. It
Oh
all
yeah.
starts with the younger generations growing up for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So where do you find your inspiration?
Just living life.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of other artists, a lot of R&B and just listening to music. Period.
Hmm.
Uh, the way that some producers put some things together.
Hmm.
I like how some of those go. So I'll kind of use that as a little bit of inspiration, just kind of hearing some stuff.
Okay.
And just how based on how I feel and you know,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Just, general living through life. That's what you
Yeah.
talk about.
Most definitely. Um,
Mhm.
what was the best advice given to you?
Uh, shoot. The best advice given to me?
Yes.
I don't know. I get a lot of good advice from my dad and mom all day. Uh, was to just treat people right the way that I wanted to be treated.
Hmm.
Um, it takes you far, even in this industry, even with music and just interaction. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
we're all not perfect people. We all make mistakes. Um, and the mistakes that I made, I'm like, I want to grow from them, and I don't want to be this person anymore. I don't want to be like this. So
Right.
just hearing that, I think was probably the best advice. Just to, be good to yourself and be good to others and treat them the way you wanted to be treated. And you never know what's in the pot.
That's so true. That's so true. You just never know. Um,
Yeah.
so what's next for Xavier Whitley, and what message would you like to give your fans and up and coming artists?
Um, what's next? I am doing the R&B albums. They're all
Okay.
going to be coming in the next couple of years. So, in the next few months, I'm going to be doing some drops, just little stuff here and there so everybody can go ahead and get a taste of that. And also the clothing line that's going to be dropping. I got
Okay.
some new designs that I want to come out with. So I'm going to do a lot of promotion heavy for that. And
Okay.
I'm excited for that. So people start wearing some stuff and uh, but mainly it's the music. It's the R&B album for me. So I got a
Yeah.
couple of tracks on there I think people are gonna enjoy. One of them's called "Show Me How," and I've actually performed that recently.
Mm,
But I'll actually send that to you so you can listen to some of the new stuff.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I'll send you some stuff. I got some stuff in the cut. So
Nice. I
so
can't.
yeah, just working on a new sound, new genre, new year, new mind, new things. So just be on the lookout for that, and yeah,
Okay.
just elevating, elevating, just dropping new stuff. I know it's been a while.
And what advice would you give the music artists, up and coming music artists out here?
Um, invest,
Mhm.
put time into your craft. You know, don't just put something out there and post it. Actually market, put some money behind it. Don't go buy that thing you buying. Don't go here. Don't listen to these people.
Right.
Stay focused. If that means losing friends, family, people
Mhm.
telling you, "Hey, you not gonna do that." You know what I mean? Just get rid of that
Mhm.
and stay focused.
Mm,
You know, save your money and put it up. It'll
mm,
take you far.
mm.
So that's what
Excellent.
I'll tell. And always stay inspired. Always be a sponge of knowledge and look to always want to know things and learn new things and learn new words and how things work so you can talk about that in your music.
Mm,
So that's what I'll tell
excellent. Excellent advice. Excellent advice. Well, listen,
you.
we have this is streaming live on YouTube, uh, Facebook, and Twitter. And later on, I'm going to add this to Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And also, I have to create a reel because Meta isn't too friendly with Instagram for some reason.
Yeah, but it's part of the same thing.
But
It's weird.
I know.
No, I'm like, what?
So,
Like, what are y'all doing, man? It's a monopoly out here.
yeah, it's really interesting with the whole dynamic and trying to plug in this live stream with Instagram. But nonetheless, it will definitely be posted. It's actually playing right now. And also, I just wanted to let everybody know to tap in with Exzavier Whitley. He's on Instagram. He has Twitter. He has Facebook. I think you have several other things. What is it?
I've
TikTok?
got a,
I'm
I've,
trying to think.
well, yeah, I don't know about TikTok. They were like, oh, they couldn't confirm my age, so they took it off. So
Oh
I don't know what's going on with
no.
TikTok. But I don't need, I'm a little too old for some TikTok. But you know what I mean. But but yeah, I'm just saying.
Right,
Look,
right,
we
right,
getting
right.
old.
Oh, salute Skywalker Boxing. Thanks for joining us. We're about the tail end of the interview. But this you can always replay this and definitely don't forget Free Monster Yo. He has a Unity for Social Justice party and concert coming up October 14th through 15th at the Fountain, LA, and 2889 West Olympic Boulevard, Los Angeles, California. Let's go ahead and support him. Unity for Justice, party and concert. Free Monster Yo, everyone. And
Oh yeah.
thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you. Hold tight, Mr. Exzavier. And
All right.
after these messages, don't forget to tap in. We have two more shows tonight. And 23 million Mula, sorry, 23 Mula, and I'm tongue twisted, and Mouse Voorhees. All right, everyone. Peace out.
All right. Peace out.